So Facebook just banned my business account and I lost all my access to the ads that I was controlling for my clients. It was a mess. We had to reconnect everything, had to create a new account. I still have my page and I still have my Instagram account, but Meta just messed me up. So that just highlights this reality where all of these social media platforms really control all of our user base, our audience, and essentially our business. And what we need to do is control our own audience members' email addresses through the form of a newsletter. And so I follow this YouTube influencer, Chris Corner, and he swears by Beehive as the best newsletter and he uses it himself. And so today I'm going to take that to heart. And this is going to be my next series. I'm going to show how to build a newsletter, take it through a series of automations, enhancements, advertisements, all the way to revenue. So follow along and take advantage of this series, do what I'm doing or find clever ways to do it a little bit better, and both of us can enjoy a brand new newsletter. Here we go. This is Chris. He has over 500,000 followers on YouTube. And so because he's the one who ultimately brought me on to Beehive, I'm going to give him credit and sign up using his affiliate link. Or you can use my link if you want. You'll get 30% off your first 3 months or something to that effect. Or if you don't want to use either of ours, just come to beehive.com and sign up. I recommend using Google. It's just a little bit easier to remember as well. Jump in and you'll get to this dashboard. Now it says I have 1 active subscriber. That's just myself. I think it automatically does that when you sign up. And then all of our metrics is going to be over here. Open rate, click-through rate, earnings. This means somebody opened our email, for example. And then click-through would be they clicked on something within our newsletter. Maybe it's a survey of some kind. And then how much we're earning. This is the important piece. We want this to tick up to 1. That's going to prove that we can generate revenue using this business. On the left side in posts, this is where we're going to have our newsletters. Audience members, we can manage everything. So subscribers, we'll have a complete list over here. And I'd like to import these into my CRM Go High Level as well. So we're going to find a way to either communicate via API or some other way. So segments, think of smaller groups of your followers. So if you have 1,000 subscribers, you can break them up into maybe tens or hundreds. Maybe they have a specific focus area like AI voice agents versus websites, or lawnmower service business owners versus dentists. We'll have automations, no doubt. I'm not trying to be a journalist here. I'm going to leverage make.com and Gemini and generate newsletters based on the latest and greatest interests in order to funnel folks into subscribing more, joining our Skool community so we can exchange entrepreneur ideas and launch businesses together. And then if they leverage tools like Go High Level, using my affiliate link. That is the goal. We can have engaging polls. So when you have an email delivered in someone's account, you want them to engage with that email, to open it up, and then maybe answer a question or two. Similarly, you can have surveys. When I'm part of a community, let's say the Sonic Combinator School, I want to have the particular tools and automations that interest me in my particular niche of a business. I don't necessarily care about too many of the other things, and surveys are a good way to get me to my niche requirements. You can generate subscribe forms in here, and then newsletter owners can recommend other newsletters as well. So I could have my 4 right here and maybe promoting Chris or somebody else. And then boosts are a clever way where if somebody signs up for my newsletter, I can identify other newsletters that would help that particular interested party in subscribing to other newsletters as well. So I am boosting somebody else's newsletter. And if you decide to build your newsletter, let me know and maybe we can boost each other. And then I can set up a referral program for the newsletter itself and then have readers promote that particular product or brand. Magic links are just that. They're 1 click to subscribe, meaning if I put this link in my signature block or on a button on my website and somebody clicks that button, they've automatically subscribed to my newsletter. Now, typically this will happen through an email because those email addresses are going to be saved in your cookies. And so your browser already knows what your email address is and it can add it to the subscription list. And then the ad network. This is where we can start making some money. So we can have potential sponsors out there that say, hey, if you have a particular demographic of audience and I have a product, let's say I want to sell soap and there's a newsletter out there on reviewing all sorts of soaps around the world. That business owner would love to get in front of that audience. And so they can put up a request over here and say, I will pay you $2 for every 1,000 people that open your email. And so you take on that ad and say, yes, I can work with this. And then you put in the content in your newsletter that gets people to open up that email. And if 1,000 people open up that email, you get the $2. And so you can see at scale this can turn into large numbers. And when you do build your audience, which I intend to, you can have direct sponsorships. So car dealerships or large companies can reach out and say, we'd like you to promote our brand. And then you can negotiate a deal with them directly. And then Beehive has a website builder built in as well. So this is where we can post all of our newsletters. So when people receive an email and they didn't get to that newsletter, they can always come back to this website and look at historical data. So I put this together pretty quickly in about 5 minutes. I used a template. And then for all of this data over here in the middle, I used an HTML block that I asked Gemini to build. And for you website developers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, let me know and I'll give you a copy of this. But the heart of it is down here based on the template. So each one of these will be a newsletter. So we'll have a featured section and we'll have newsletter 1, 2, 3, and maybe we'll do them every single day, because what I want to do is really blitz this and take it to the extreme initially. See what the potential is. I'll probably do it for about 6 months and see if there's revenue here. If we don't make revenue, I'll stop. But as soon as we make revenue, you'll know and I'll know at the same time, because we're going to do the series together. And Beehive does a really good job from what I hear on analytics. And that's going to be really important because we want to know how many people are clicking on our email. Are they clicking on polls and surveys within that newsletter? What type of topics are they most interested in? Are they answering our surveys? Because all of that data can then be monetized. We can take that to advertisers and share it with them and convince them to use our newsletter to promote their ads. That's how you generate revenue. In addition to that, you can have the newsletter become the funnel to get people to subscribe to your accounts, buy products from you, join your groups, promote your brand, and so much more. And it's all integrated with Stripe. So as people buy your digital products, that can be transacted through Stripe. And then for payouts, Beehive will pay you through PayPal. And then if you want to promote Beehive yourself, for example, here's my affiliate link. I'll share that in the description if you want to jump in, and you get 20% off for 3 months. And then you also get a 14-day free trial. So you set it up, see if it works, see if you like it, see if it's easy to work with, follow along these series. So we're doing it together. And within a couple of weeks, we should be able to generate revenue off of this. So like and subscribe, set up your Beehive, and then hit me up and let's start building a newsletter automatically. If you want to do this yourself and you just need a little bit of help, join my Skool community, use my high-level affiliate link, and I will help you. Revenue that I generate from that, 20% of it goes into paid ads, and the leads, I share them with my community. With my affiliate link, you get a 30-day extended trial, plus a bootcamp that you can go through. I have a 15-part course that gets you from initial idea all the way to operational agency. You'll get hundreds of pre-built AI agents ready to go, workflows, automations, website templates. I also have 40 plus businesses and marketing courses that you can then sell to your members. I'm heavily involved in my community. I join 7 days a week, so you can have one-on-ones with me where we can build things, we can do think tanks and come up with business ideas. You can even join my businesses where I show you what I'm doing day in and day out. Everything is completely free until I get to maximum capacity. Join now.